Are you ready to stop the self-sabotage and create the life you desire? Well, in order for that to happen, you need to break free from the bad beliefs that are holding your success hostage. You need to optimize the stress by turning it into extra energy for success. And those hurtful habits? Well, we need to give that pain a purpose for progress. Welcome to Stop the Self-Sabotage and Create the Life You Desire podcast.
Have you heard the old adage? I just keep rolling with the punches. Well, rolling with the punches does not precede peace, safety, and love. You need to stop powering through relationships that do not show up for you. You need to stop persevering and living their values that they're more than happy to hand you, because then you're just like them. And it feels like they have this mini me when in fact you are having to sacrifice and pay the price for them to live their best life, but it's at the expense of you. I'll give you an example of this. So I've been working with my mentor on a number of months on having conversations with the opposite sex in such a way to where if that person wanted to ask me out, there was that opportunity. Being open and warm and being the best me. But in sharing this with someone in my world, they actually came back at me at one point and said, "You're moving too fast. You shouldn't be having these conversations." Now, I want to let you know that the conversations were not to be looking for a relationship. The conversations were meant to expose me to other people, where I had to then ask myself, based on what they've presented to me so far, would I want to continue a conversation with them and see if I would be willing to take the next step, which would be, let's go out and have a good time. See, I had been through an experience where I personally was doubting my worth, my value, my esteem, my confidence. And so when fear begins to build up around a certain area, you need to expose yourself to the very situation, the very conditions where you would want to pull back. And so my coach and I had worked out an exposure therapy experience, no different than when I work with my clients on something that they feared, gave them the tools on it, and then said, now you need to go out and test the tools and see how well they're going to work for you. You don't run and hide from it. You don't build walls. You actually go out and you use what's brilliant about you to light up the situation that brings you out at your very best. But not everybody in your world is going to agree with that. And I had someone who decided to share with me their values. And that's okay. There's a place and a position for their values. But what they were telling me is that as I was sharing the best of me in this area, they didn't agree with that. So I no longer needed to bring them in on those conversations. If I wanted to keep them in my world, I could find something else that I could share with them. This is what I want you to become aware of right now. There are relationships where you continue to pour into them and pour into the relationship, but in a way where there's no way you're going to win, because it's about them and what they value. So maybe there's another place where you can find common ground, where that peace, that safety, that love can take place for you. But if it is all one-sided, if you cannot be secure in sharing certain areas of your life, you need to begin to reevaluate that relationship, because your brilliance shouldn't trigger someone else and having you question yourself. It's okay for them to challenge you and go, wow, I really think that you're brilliant. And I see you dimming your light down in this one area. So it's okay for you to be challenged, but it's not okay for you to question yourself. This is the reason why you want to have a mentor or a guide or someone in a leadership authority position that you can bounce things off of and go, am I reading this right? Because you can see it through the eyes of your past pain and not necessarily be seeing what that person is trying to give you. Or your intuition can be spot on, and you're going, instead of them trying to impact my life for better, they're infecting me with what they think I should be doing. If I can assist you with this, reach out to me, 1-636-699-7791, or canhypnosishelpyou.com. Stop persevering around values that are never yours to be embodying, that don't bring out your brilliance, and that you should not be living. You should be living safe, protected, and loved. And those around you are simply a mirror. Are they giving you back what it is that you need to see? Or are they wanting you to be their mini-me?